Hi, I'm Barb, Maple PhD, and I'm an astronomer and a gamer, which means I see the universe in everything that I do, including board games. In this segment, I am taking a look at astronomy that I'm finding in non-astronomy themed board games. Today I'm looking at Bunny Kingdom, and in particular, Bunny Kingdom with its expansion, In the Sky. Bunny Kingdom at its heart is a drafting game where you are drafting cards that will allow you to build out your own Bunny Kingdom on this board. As you draft cards, often they will be coordinates on the board where you can place one of your bunnies. Some of those places will have cities, some will have crops, other things will have nothing, but you can build those up later with other cards that you draft that have different kinds of crops that you can grow, exotic materials you might be able to get out of the ground, cities that will help you score, and other things that will connect different regions of your board together. So you will score after each round of drafting. And the scores that you will get are from each of your different regions of bunnies. You will score the number of turrets, which come from the different cities in the region, multiplied by the different resources that you make in that region. And so you're really trying to build up as many cities as you can, but also balancing that with as many different resources that you can stick in that area. The expansion adds another board that gives you additional places to place your bunnies and a lot of new exotic resources that can help enhance your score in the game. And it was one of those regions on the sky board, on the cloud board, that got my attention as an astronomer. It is a space that features shooting stars. Now, as many of you may know, shooting stars aren't stars at all, but they are little pieces of debris called meteors. And what's happening is that a tiny piece will hit the atmosphere. As it's plunging through the atmosphere, it will push material in front of it and superheat it, which is the light that we see. And since it's traveling when it hits the atmosphere, it's going to appear to us to arc across the sky. And how bright it is, how far it arcs will depend on how big the meteor is when it hits the atmosphere. But most of them are only about 1 millimeter in size. And on any given night, you might see about 6 of them per hour if you're in a place with really dark skies. And those little ones that we see kind of all the time on any given night, those come from asteroids. They're little bits of asteroids that have collided and left a mess behind them, and there's enough of those little pieces that as we're going in our orbit, Earth is running into a bunch of them and creating all of these meteors that we can see. Now there's another type of meteor shower. These are nights during the year where you can see a whole bunch of them. You might see dozens per hour. This happens when the Earth is passing through the debris cloud of a comet. And so it's predictable. We know when we're going to go through them, and you can kind of plan ahead and maybe get yourself out to a place with dark skies and try and see as many of those as you can. Now, I haven't seen a meteor in years. I'm sad to say. I live in the city now. I don't have dark skies around me, but I was spoiled as a kid. I had my grandfather had a farm out in the middle of the country, and when I would go outside at night, you could see what felt like all of the stars. I could see the Milky Way, and if I stood there for long enough and just stared at the sky, I would usually see a meteor or two, and it was absolutely magical. So the next time you are playing Bunny Kingdom and you see that shooting star card come through, I would consider adding it to your bunny empire because shooting stars are really kind of awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this foray into some unexpected astronomy. If you do enjoy this kind of content, go check out my channel. It's Maple PhD. I also am on Instagram and Blue Sky as Maple PhD. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your tea time, and I will see you next time.